Well, good morning. My name is Defining Creed. I am doing an Overexplained run of Monster Train. Did this with Slay the Spire for my friend. This is also for him, just to try to help him understand the game, maybe get into it. We'll see what happens. But just going to go through this game as if the person has never played it before. So, instead of, and I'm going to be comparing this to Slay the Spire a lot, because that's what he knows. So, instead of just one character, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters, and this is just random. And each of these are clans, and you will play as this main guy. So this is your champion right here, or this is your champion. You'll play as any one of the ones that you picked, along with a secondary one. So I'm going to be doing Hellhorned along with the secondary Awoken, and this would be a very similar run to if I did Awoken with the secondary of Hellhorned. So much of it would be the same, except that the champion has their own abilities and things that they're able to do. So it would change the run up quite a bit, as it does when changing the champions, but you're going to have access to many of the same cards. Along with that, so you have these 6 clans, you also have a secondary champion. So if I click this, now we are looking at the exiled ones. So you essentially have 12 champions. And you can play with, if you see this card, the Restore, when I'm hovering over this, it's saying that we have the champion, we're getting that if we play with this, and the Restore card. We're going to have, I think, 4 of those. I don't actually remember. If we click on the Exiled, we get this champion, Windleton, and then the Root Seeds. So this is how it changes up the game. And if we were to switch those back to Hellhorned, we still get those cards, we just don't get the champion if we play with the Exiled version or the normal version. So I'm going to be doing just a very basic, I think this is basically what you just start off with, is these 2 clans, because you have to have 2 of them. So I'm going to start off with these. This is basically the Ironclad of Monster Train. 1 second. Had to send a text. All right. One thing else to mention is the Covenant. This is the Ascension ranking. I'm going to be playing at the max. This does not seem to affect the game nearly as much as the Ascension does in Slay the Spire. So I'm not going to go too much into what it adds. It's basically just adding health to the bosses, add some curses to your deck, things like that. All right. So whenever you start and you are playing at higher Covenant, this shows all of the different things that the Covenants add. I'll let you pause that if you want to look at it. But one of the things that it does is adds kind of basic cards to your deck. So it took me over 100, maybe 200 hours to realize what these little circles mean. So the gray circle means a common card, blue circle means uncommon, and then we have purple for rare. So these are Hellhorned cards, these are Awoken, and then this is also a Hellhorned. So you're always going to get 2 of each of the clan. Actually, I'm not sure if you always are going to get 2 of each of the clan. You're always going to get 2 sets of common cards, and you're going to get 2 of them, and then 1 random uncommon card from one of the clans. But I've always seen at least 1 of each of the clans I've never seen like 3 Hellhorned or 3 Awoken on this. So I'm thinking each of these is going to be one of each clan. There's still things that I'm learning about this game though. It shows you kind of the act bosses that you have coming up. We don't have Act 1, 2, 3, and 4 like you do in Slay the Spire. I'll explain kind of how the progression goes in just a minute. But this shows you straight up, here's the bosses that you're going to fight. The main one you really want to prepare for is the Seraph. There are 4 different versions of this. This one is going to cleanse things like, you don't have poison, but you have frostbite that's very similar to it. He would cleanse that. He would, I think, make it half. So if you applied 50 poison to him, at the end of that turn, he's going to make it 25. Like I said, there's no poison. It's frostbite or reap, things like that. We're not going to be dealing with that in this run, but that's kind of what he does. Also, if you're applying rage, which is kind of a temporary strength that dwindles down a little bit each turn, you are going to lose half of that, or any other buffs that you're doing to your characters. So you just have to be mindful of that when dealing with these armor cards or anything else. Let's see. I don't pay too much attention to these two. I probably should, but we're going to get curses into our deck, very similar to slimes. You can play them and they won't hurt you. Maybe not slimes, like a version of slimed and burn in one. You can play it. It does cost energy and costs a card play and a card draw. But if you don't play it, it's going to hurt you at the end of the turn. And so these are going to add that to your deck constantly. And then this guy just builds explosives, and you got to watch out for those. All right, so the UI. I will get out of that. We've got our health. We start at half health because we're on Covenant 25. This is our pyre, and I'll explain that once we get into a battle, but this is our health for our character. This is our pyre's attack, so once again, I'll explain that once we get into there. Shards, to fight the heart, or the divinity in this case, you have to have 100 pack shards, and you get those throughout the run, throughout the rings. You can go over 100. It's just going to add strength to the units, to the enemy. But it's also going to usually, if you're doing it in a strategic way, help your characters, your guy in your deck get better. So it's kind of a give and take. It's not necessarily a difficulty slider, or not necessarily ramping up the difficulty, because you're also getting stronger. It's more of ramping up the intensity, kind of, if that makes sense. And then we have our gold and our deck size. And we can look at our deck right here. Oh, I'm not used to that kind of scroll speed, playing on a different device than I'm used to, so not used to that scroll speed. But these are our starter cards. These come from the Hellhorn champion that we're playing with, and this comes from the Awoken champion that we're playing with, except we don't have that champion. And then Train Stewards are very basic units that we get to play out. They help us for the first few battles, and then we want to cut them out. These are the strikes and defends, basically. These are also strike and defend upgraded in a way. They, I mean, a lot of times, like these restores, they can be an integral part of your game plan all the way through to the end of the game. So they won't always be taken out. These Train Stewards, you are almost always taking those out as quickly as you can. And we'll go over the unit essences later. We don't need to talk about that right now. All right, so the map. So this is where we start off. We are going to have our champion. We're going to pick all the champions. Let me go to the logbook and show you. So it automatically goes to the champion we're playing as. And these are 3 routes that you can take. So we're going to see 2 of these 3 routes. I don't know which 3 or which 2, but we're going to get to see 2 of these and we pick which one. And so let's say we saw Brawler and Reaper. We're going to be looking at, okay, do I want this or this one? And then we are always going to see, if we pick Brawler, because I'm not going to pick Reaper, if we pick Brawler, we're always going to see Brawler when we upgrade him 2 more times later on. We're always going to see that option. But because we didn't pick Reaper, we're going to see Reaper or Wrathful along with Brawler. It's just random which one we get to see. We're guaranteed the one that we pick, and then we're going to see one or the other. Once we pick one or the other, unless we pick Brawler again, we're stuck with those 2. So you never get to pick one of each path. You're always stuck with 2 of them. Or if you just go all in on one, you're stuck with that one. So that'll make more sense as we get down the line, but that's what that little forge is for. Then we have artifacts. These are relics. These are going to go up in our top bar, and that is what these are for. I'll go ahead and pick one. This one cost me nothing to pick, so this is kind of a Snecko Eye downgraded. It used to do between 0 and 3, I think, but it was overpowered, and so they had to do it to 1. I'm just going to do this one. I don't think we have any consume spells, but we can get some, so might as well take it. Now, this one, I said it didn't cost us anything to take that. We just get that started off. It's either going to be this or money, I think. Maybe we always get to start with this. I should know that after hundreds of runs, but I don't pay enough attention, I guess. This one, it says gain an artifact and 15 shards, pack shards. So that is going to make this next combat a little bit harder. I almost always take it. That's probably why I have a lower win rate. Highest win rate is 11. Rotating throughout the champions with a random secondary. But yeah, I almost always take it. So I will be taking that. But let's go through what this map thing looks like. So we have our upgrade. Let's do that real quick, just so we have available. Oh, it is Brawler and Reaper, the 2 that I had mentioned. So I'm going to do Brawler. Reaper is very niche in its abilities, what it can do. So I'm going to pick Brawler. And that just upgrades our champion to this path. And then that will get upgraded as we go through. So once I pick that artifact, or if I don't pick it, it's just gone forever. I start this fight. Once I finish that fight, I go into this ring. I choose right path or left path. Right path, we have a steel shop. This allows me to upgrade my units, which right now we just have stewards, but it also gives me a Hellhorn banner. This is 2 or 3. Once again, I should know this answer, but it's 2 or 3 options from Hellhorn to see their different units that you can play as. They have all kinds of different abilities, skills, stats, all of that stuff. And so as you get used to the different clans, you'll know, do I want Awoken or do I want Hellhorn on this? The other shop here is Magic. That allows you to upgrade your spells. When I say upgrade, you have different slots in these that you're not seeing right now, but you have 2 slots by default in both the spells and units. Not your champion. Your champion doesn't get those. Where you can increase either, you can double this to apply armor 10, but now it costs 1. You can do a holdover. So at the start of your next turn, if you played this the previous turn, you will see this at the top of your deck in the next turn. With something like Glimmer, you can do a -1 to make it cost 0. You can upgrade how much it does. Instead of restore 2 and deal 2 damage, now it's doing, you do a +10, now it's restore 12, deal 12 damage, things like that. There's all kinds of different upgrades. I'm not going to get into all of them until we get into the shop, and even then I'll look at the ones we have. But yeah, that allows you to upgrade these. So you're not going to campfires, you're going to shops. And you have more nuance and choice as to how you want to upgrade the different things. And then once again, I can take pack shards and get some money. The money is for these shops, as I'm sure you could have assumed. Then, once I've made this choice and done everything I can here, then I go into the next battle. And that will, we'll get into what the battles look like afterwards, but we repeat that. So now we have health and a magic shop, or another steel shop and another awoken. And then, this is the first time we have this. This you can access either way you go. Same with this in the middle. You can access either of these, either way you go to get to here. This is basically a question mark. These events, for the most part, are all at least beneficial or inconsequential. Or you get to choose if it is going to hurt you in a way. There's somewhere it's like trade pyre health or coins for the chance of an artifact. Kind of like the, you put your hand in that like spiked slime mess or whatever, and you have a chance of an artifact. It keeps getting better as you keep going. You have that, except you're able to do whichever you want, coins or health, and you get to choose each option. Each time you fail, you choose which way you want to go. That's just one option. For the events, there's a ton of different events you can have, but these are often good to go to. It's not really going to hurt you too much going there. You just, if it's a choice of this or something on the other side, if it wasn't in the middle, such as, not there, here. Here, you can only access this on the left side. Well, I may not want these two other options, so that's the only way it's going to be like a hindrance necessarily. But I missed something here. We can get coins on this side, another banner, and then a vortex to get rid of 2 cards. This is a temple that has 3 different things, 2 upgrades for spells, and then those are going to be random, but one's going to cost 10 pack shards, the other is 30 or 15 pack shards, and then in the middle you can combine 2 units. We'll get into that when we get there, because it's not really going to make too much sense right now with just the train stewards. And then this is where you upgrade your champion. So this is after a few battles you get to upgrade him. You go through. This is, you can buy artifacts. And then you can duplicate any card in your deck besides your champion. Another place to get rid of cards and coins. Another temple. Let's see. As you're seeing, it's just kind of very similar nodes, just different placement. One more time to upgrade the champion right up here. And then this is the final boss. This is with Seraph, which we talked about. And then as long as I have 100 pack shards, which hopefully I will, I've only missed that a couple times when trying to. At this point, we will fight the divinity or the heart, whatever you want to see it as. All right. So I am going to pick this. These are all pretty good. I think I'm going to go with unit cost number -2. This will make most units free, and the stronger ones probably just 1. So I'm going to pick that. It's just really helpful. I like it. I can see a lot of uses with Hellhorned, especially if we use imps, if we use things like that. It's just really nice. So I'm going to pick that. All of these are good, though. I would probably rank it as 1, 2, and 3 in this case, but all of these are better than skipping. You can skip and get 25 gold as well. All right, so those just go up there, and now let's start the fight. This is where you actually get to see what this looks like. So Most fights, besides the kind of 3 main bosses, are going to have this trial. I kind of want it. I think we can handle it. We're going to turn it on, and now all the units get a little stronger, but we have a unit draft. Let's try it. I'm worried because I've gone into so much stuff, and I don't want to have to redo all of that. Something I am going to say, I will reset. I will save scum on here if we need to. That's just how I play, and I don't want to redo all of this. All right, so these are the enemy units. They're going to attack anything in front of them here. Then they will move up to the next floor. They'll attack anything here on that turn, and then they'll move up to this floor. Each of these is a turn. We see we have waves remaining, 3 turns before that big guy with the kind of chains comes out. Most of the time, I'm going to play on the top floor. I'm going to play my unit here. If you see, when I play him, he takes up 2 space. So we only have 3 more space available. Essentially, we have space for 1 more train steward up there. Ember, that is my energy. That is the +3 is showing on my next turn. I'll get 3 energy. This is how much is in my draw pile, and then how many I'll draw next turn. These can go up depending on cards that I've played this turn, and then this is my discard, and we'll get more things here like consume and stuff as time goes on. So I'm just going to play this. Let me show you. So that's their health, the heart, and then that's their attack power. I'm going to play that and kill most of them, and play that and nearly get him, because that guy is scary. So now, let me turn the game speed down a little bit. I'm trying to decide where I want it. Let's do that. All right. So I end my turn. He didn't have anything to attack, so he's done. He comes up here. All right. So every battle, besides the big boss battles, has a collector that we can go for. I want to kill him and get some money because I like money. And I'm going to kill him. And then, also you may have noticed I only had 2 Ember this turn. Because on higher covenants, the first person you put up here gets Ember Drain. So I will lose 1 Ember at the start of my next turn. I'm going to put that on him and end our turn. All right. That is free. Most of our hand is free. So these guys are just going to die up here. Hopefully I get some torches. These guys will get weaker because right now they have 1 rage each. So they will only be doing 5 damage each next turn, because that rage is going to go down. So I'm going to put 2 train stewards here, and I actually don't care about this train steward, so I'm going to put him here just to die. And I can't do anything with this because we don't have imps. So that's kind of a dead card. Alright, so this is the boss. As he comes up, he is going to destroy the floor that he's currently on. Let's see how we're doing up here. Alright, not too bad. Do I have any more train stewards to play? I don't. So I would rather this train steward not die, if possible. I think I'm going to leave these because I will likely get a glimmer before they get all the way to the top. I'm having some trouble with my scroll. So I'm just going to click the arrows, I guess. All right, so if these guys did not die, they have the red X, so I know they will. And this guy's going to take 15 damage. 10 to the armor, and then 5 more to his health. If they did not die, they would come up here. They would attack my pyre. So they would do, let's say all 3 of them came up. They would do 15 damage, 5 each. I would be at 25 health, and then he would do 20 damage sweep, which would hit all of them. 20 damage knocks them out. All right, I took 15 damage, and then they're dead. Now I'm at 25 health until I get that race back up. All right, so I'm going to take that out just to save some health on Mr. Steward. He just added a curse to my deck. Get that out. I don't think taking the trial was the correct way of doing this. Not quite sure. So he's only taken 12 damage. I think we're dead. I'm going to play these on him just to see. Nope, that does not do anything. Yeah, I think our deck was very weak if I actually think about this. So I'm doing 160 minus 12, 148. That actually doesn't change anything, but divided by 20, that is 8 times 6. We are dead. Nice. All right, so let's watch this happen. I don't think there was a way to change that. So I'm not going to save scum on that. I'm just going to start a new run and not go through all of the stuff again. We know the drill. This looks a little bit better. Temperate. Okay, so he's going to apply sap to our people. And then, like I said, I don't really look too much at these. Probably should. Okay, we'll have to deal with that. Looking at the summoned unit thing. Then still just explosives. Okay. Alright, so what do we got here? Reaper and Brawler, same choices, just swapped. Let's see what we get. These are both really good. It sucks seeing them together like this because it means that we're not going to see one of them. I think I like Lost Luggage better. Yeah. And I did not learn any lessons. I'm going to pick this, and we are good because this upgrades our train stewards quite a bit, like a really good amount. I probably should have talked about the other two, but I didn't. So there we are. Let's see what our map looks like. So we're going for an Awoken Banner, likely because I like the steel shop. I would like this money. Yeah, like I said, I've learned no lessons from that loss. So, there we are. Alright, I think I'm just gonna... Am I able... Okay, no. Alright, so we're gonna put him there. And we're gonna put this little guy there. That armors him up. And put that there. And just kill everybody. Alright. So he has damage shield. Just protects him from 2 times getting damaged. He also has multi-strike, which is very powerful in this game. Alright, so I like that collector. So I am going to get that collector. Oh, man, I'm used to being able to scroll through. This is kind of weird. I'm going to put one of the transistors down here. He can do some damage. So they're always going to attack from left to right, and then same here from right to left, and always attack the front unit. Going to heal him up a little bit. I'm going to just take some fire damage. I will kill this guy, because I don't like his face. And then we'll put him here. I'll put him here with the damage shield because this is going to allow both of these to attack. And so it kind of shields both of them from damage for 2 turns. All right. Yeah, I'm just going to take some damage. That's all right. I think we take 8. 3 from him. And 5 from that guy dying. That's fine. So I would really like to take him out, and we win. So because we have the red X there, I don't have to worry about these. Now we did win, and I'm just going to do that just to stunt on them. But I don't have to worry because we're going to have this fight first. Before this guy can go up if he were to win that fight. But he doesn't, so it doesn't matter. So we have that fight. If he were still alive, he would not go up to the pyre because this guy would die before then. I'm going to turn up the speed a little bit. All right. So now we get our reward. We haven't seen this yet because, well, I kind of suck. So we get the 50 from the fight, and then we get the 75 from the trial. We already have 2 welder helpers. I don't think we need another. Ascend is nice, but we need this Ritual of Battle. This is scaling. This is rage that helps. I know it costs 3, but we can decrease this. Like I said, you can make cards cost less. So I almost always pick the first rage card that I see. Ritual of Battle is a common, so it's oftentimes the one you see. So we take this or we skip for 10, but I'm definitely taking it. And then we see the Awoken one. We already have a couple glimmers. I wouldn't mind taking another, but I think I'm going to go with the Steel Enhancer. It's not great, but it is a little bit of scaling. And that is the first battle. So now we go here. I really like seeing the steel shops first when I have the money. I really like Awoken banners, especially with all of this healing. So we are going to go here. I always check the steel shop first. We have multi-strike. That is awesome. Let me explain this shop a little bit. So we can purge cards. This is always going to go up a little bit each time we purge a card. I think it goes 60, 90, 120. I think it goes up by 30 each time, if I'm not mistaken. So we can do that as long as we have money for it. If you have ways of getting a ton of money, you can purge almost your whole deck if you want to. Then we have these 3 options. We have 2 basics, and then 1 of 4 of the really strong ones. If we re-roll, we will not see multi-strike again. In this shop, we're going to see one of the other 3. So whenever you go into one of these shops, you're going to have a 50% chance of seeing the one that you're looking for, as long as you're able to re-roll and pay for it. This is actually a very cheap multi-strike as well, which is very nice. It can be up to 115 or 120. All right, so I always go there because we can look at them and then back out. The banner, we have to look at and make our choice. Oh my word. So we only get 1 banner unit. We can choose Steel Singer or skip. The other guy is dead to me and a useless card. So, and I guess this answers the question from earlier of we do see only 2. All right, so Steel Singer is one of the few that has permanent scaling. So normally when you scale a unit within battle, they get that scaling for that battle. Once it's over, they go back to their base stats. This guy, when you heal him, which, like I said, we have quite a few healing cards, he gains that attack permanently. So I'm going to pick this guy, just snap click. Kind of wish we had taken the improved firebox, I think it was. I forget what it's called, but the other one besides the lost luggage, but it's all good. So we're going to give him a multi-strike just immediately, and we're going to sit on that. If I re-roll, I won't have enough for the big thing, and I don't really want either of the little ones. So let's go into the temple to look at this. I wish I could do -2 on the Steel Singer, but we can actually do it on the Ritual, which I'm going to do. Now, this is going to put us at 30 pack shards, which is kind of high for right now, so I'm going to not do anything after that. However, I do want to look at this real quick. So let's look at the essences. I can choose to put a Train Steward and basically throw the run into Steel Singer if I want. He's going to give him +5 and +15 to his stats. Or if I wanted to do a Welder Helper into a Welder Helper, then when I play this guy, he's going to first do Summon, when I play him basically, apply Armor 20 to the front friendly unit. Then he's going to get Armor 10 for himself and apply Armor 10 to friendly units. And so that's going to be everybody on that floor. And that's actually a pretty good infusion if you're going for that. I'm not at the moment. I would like that +10 in piercing on a Glimmer, but I think that kills us. Maybe. You know what? I'm going to do it. It's strong. I'm doing it. You're probably just going to see a bunch of losses here. And now we go into the fight. I don't think we take that. I don't think so. We have other unit drafts coming up. I think we're good. All right, so I'm going to put Mr. Steel Singer up here. And that is kind of our turn. We'll put Brawler here to probably die. And we're good. All right. So I'm going to do that just to save Mr. Brawler. And I have to make a decision here. If I would like Brawler to live a little bit longer and probably increase my chance of winning this battle, I should play the Train Steward. If I want to get greedy, I can play the Restore. It's going to trigger 2 Rejuvenates. So that's 2 extra attack on my guy. And a little bit of health. I think I'm going to see another Train Steward, so I'm going to do that. Because we're not in danger right now. Now we are. And even then, not too much. So I don't like those spikes. He's giving spikes to everybody. So I'm going to get rid of that. Play that guy down. Play that guy down. There we go. They both die because this guy has sweep. All right. One second. All right, sorry about that. Had something come up. All right, so we're gonna do restore, restore. That's giving him 2 regen. Each turn he'll get one of those procs. We are going to take a little bit of damage, but that is all right. And I'm gonna put this guy here. That's fine. I don't want to deal with those spikes, so we're going to do that. He has spell shield, but I'm just knocking that off with the with those torches. I forgot how much armor I put on my guy. All right. Well, I actually may have made a bit of a mistake putting that much armor on because, oh, okay. All right, so this is actually interesting. So right now, it takes, I'm gonna hit twice, put him at 62, or at 2 health. Then I get a regen proc. Then he attacks again and I go again. If I play this, we kill him in 1 turn. I want that regen proc because I get that permanent scaling, and I see the red X, so I know we win. It doesn't matter. So, I don't know how much that extra health is going to matter, but it might. And that's what I care about. Just kind of min-maxing that kind of stuff for this kind of character. Have enough welder helpers, not really looking at that. I'm thinking about the fortify, but we are mostly doing like regen and stuff like that. I think I'll pick a horn break. Piercing is always nice, and it's just another thing to attack stuff with. I think we're good on glimmers. I'll pick this. Oh, yeah. For some reason I thought that said draw 1 more next turn. I guess I'm thinking of Sting. No, I think we skip on this. Yeah, I think we skip. All right, so we're going to go to the magic shop. These are decent, but I would like to see what the unit is and see the magic shop. So once again, you have double stack as kind of the big thing, and then the littler ones. I'm trying to see what other units I might see. I think I'm going to go to this Awoken banner. So I think I'm going to skip these. I don't know. Who do I want to see is a good question. So what's nice is you can go to the logbook, look at Awoken and units. And then what we really care about are the essences. So these two would be great. Quick and multi-strike. I wouldn't be mad about that, but that's not a banner unit. But I would still like to see one of those. Ooh, Awoken Hollow would be nice as well. Rejuvenate. Cultivate just kind of boosts his attack and health. So let's see here. I think we want to go to that Awoken banner. I think I'm going to skip these. All right. So I almost always want to be playing restores. And I'm going to add that. I don't think I want to double stack right now. I'll put that on a torch. Okay. We'll leave that for now. Purge a card, gain a card. I know stewards are upgraded, but they're still not great. Ooh, that is nice. That is a good hit. All right, we are taking that. I'll trade that. I'll trade all of my other stewards for that as well if you're offering. I think we sit on this. We're not going to worry too much about these upgrades. Right? I could make this a really big glimmer. But I think we need to wait. I think we need to wait. I would like to give that plus 30. Make that a really nice glimmer, but this boss can be kind of scary sometimes. All right. Put him there. And this is one of the main reasons we did the -1, is to always be able to play it. This thing is going to do 20 damage. Oh my. Okay. And these things are going to do 20 damage. And I only have 16 health. Okay. Well, I guess you're dead. So this is a different kind of boss. I didn't talk about this. He flies. So he's going to go to the different floors and do different things, while also sometimes allowing me to attack him when he's on my floor. But then, once these waves are done, he will act very much like the other bosses that we've seen. I'm just going to put this guy in front, because I don't need the armor on my guy. I just want him healing up. I would really like my glimmer. All right. So this guy has haste. He's going to bring the whole floor up to the top, unless I kill him. All right, so those guys are going up. I can't get them. Place him here and take out a couple. That glimmer would have been really nice. Really nice. Oh, we didn't have a glimmer in ours. Drop pile. I think I'm paying attention to a bunch of different things than what I'm used to paying attention to. So I'm having a little bit of trouble sometimes. Play that. Play that. And if we... no. Okay. Alright. Well, take 4 more damage. No. 6 damage. That's alright. We're getting our guy strong. Alright, Mr. Steward did 30 damage to the boss. That's pretty good. I'm not too worried about losing. My guy upstairs has a huge chunk of health, along with beastly attacks, so really not worried about that. I am not going to play the little welder helper. We don't need him. All right. And I got all of my regen off of that, which is what I was really hoping for. All right, so we now get a rare card between the two clans. I don't really want any of them. I don't think. Let me see. I'm thinking here. This scroll thing is really getting on my nerves. So there is a spell upgrade you can do called Intrinsic, which sometimes might be nice for that. I am going to want to upgrade this, or duplicate this guy later on, and being able to pull him freely, because it's going to make his cost 0. That might be helpful. It's a little bit calling the shot, just meaning like the chance of seeing Intrinsic is a little bit low, but I think I'm going to pick it. So this one, its Rejuvenate trigger is not permanent. It also makes him a little bulkier. Let's see here. So this next floor, I'm going to take this as a backup plan. If I don't see another one, I don't want Fragile because that's going to kill me, and I'm doing all of this based on just health. And then Rage, it's not bad. That could also be good. In fact, that may be the one I should go with. Right? I'm trying to think. Average of a few floors. However, what do we have? Oh, sap. Okay, so that's not too bad. The only reason I care about this is I won't be able to play him on the middle floor. The middle floor only has 4 space. And he already costs 4. So that's going to make him 5. So I can only put him on the top or the bottom. I think I might just go with the Branded Warrior as my backup infusion. And I think I'm going to take Energy. No, I'm going to take Draw first. I'll take Energy next turn, or next round. After the flying bosses, you get the choice of those 3. Draw, 1 energy, or 1 space for each of the floors. All right. This is what I wanted, multi-strike. So we're going to take that. I'll take the X cost card. Yeah, I don't think we have any at the moment, but we can get some. All right, so I'm just immediately getting rid of this guy for one main reason. There is a draw priority thing. So, your first turn, you are always going to see one of your banner units. And by banner, it's just kind of a thing that we've in the community come up with. I'm part of that. It's this guy or this guy. Train stewards and welder helpers are not banner units. So I'm always going to see this in my hand unless I have a different banner unit, which I do. And so I'm going to have to go through this fight and one more before I can infuse them. That's just the way it lined up. That kind of sucks, but whatever. Let's look at this. Brawler, or just Hornbreaker Prince, is not doing much for me, so I don't really care. I'm just going to give him a little bit more health. Actually, this... yeah, I'll take Wrathful. I like doing a mix of Wrathful and Brawler when I use him, so I'll just do that. I think I'm going to stay low on shards right now and just go. And this is scary as well, so I'm not going to take that trial. Okay. Thank you, game, for... I did have the luggage box, lost luggage, so that does help with the chances of seeing what I'm looking for. But you do see this guy can be in my opening hand, the other banner unit, but you're always going to see one. Now, next turn, if this wasn't here, I would see him as well. I would see him at the top. And you'll keep getting that until you're out of banner units. I think I just need to charge this guy up. I don't even know what's happening with Prince down there. I figured he was dying. But I don't really care too much about that. Ooh. Thank you, Torch. All right. This is a kind of scary combat. I don't have my infusion just yet. Dang. All right, I was hoping to use... oh, this isn't going to pull the Animus of Will, so I'm just going to do that just to get that kill. I was going to use the channel song. That's something I forgot about. I need to remove a bunch of things before I can really use that to full effect. I'm going to take a little bit of damage. That's all right. I'm not going to play these down here because when they die, which they will, they're going to add curses to my deck. I think I'm just going to do... no, I want him to die. All right, I'm going to add that there. And leave that. All right. The unit dying just allows for it to get out of your deck for that, for the rest of the run. Or not run, rest of the whatever we're looking at. That's not going to improve it, so I'm just going to do that. All right. Take another 9. Man. So I do want to ping those guys out. And I'm not going to play the Train Steward because when he dies, he adds a curse to my deck, which I would really prefer not to have happen. Get as many of those as I can. Since I have the red X, I'm not going to mess with it with the Steel Enhancer because I want as many of those rejuvenate triggers as possible. So now we're going to start seeing more uncommon cards. Our first few packs were commons, and we can see uncommons or rares. Maybe rares? I think so. Now we will not see commons. We will only see uncommons and rares. I'm going to pick this. I know it's expensive, but I really like that. And since we are only hitting a couple times, I think that's pretty good. I'll pick that as well. Just allow us to root enemies, keep them sitting on the floor. All right, I'm gonna go here. I really like the caverns. I can add another thing to my Steel Singer. Yeah, just a good place. I'm gonna do the steel before. I like quick. Actually, I don't think we need quick. I don't think we need quick because he's got a lot of health and he's just rejuvenating everything. I don't think we want quick. We don't want that either, which sucks. I'm about to regret not picking quick, I think. Okay, never mind. The other card there, sorry I did not look at them, is bring them up to your pyre. Sorry. This one applies dazed, which basically just doesn't allow them to attack or do anything. I am going to take this. Rage is good, but I think I have to take this. All right, that was not a good ring for us. I'm not going to do the spell shield because I think we may need to ping off some guys. I say ping, I got that from another guy. It's basically just hitting them with a torch or a little thing here or there. I love getting these -1 torches, or restores, sorry, in my opening hands each time. I would like that collector. And I cannot get him with the torch. Okay. So when these guys die, they get stronger. Or they strengthen the people with them. I need to hold this guy down. I don't think I'm strong enough to get him just yet. I'm going to hold off. I don't think I need to make these guys stronger. Because Prince is actually able to kill and do some stuff right now. That's pretty cool. Got some options here. I think I have to Inferno right here, though. I think that's basically my only option. Because I got two heavy guys here. Two very big units. I wonder if I should have taken energy. I need my Unleash the Wildwood. Is that coming up anytime? No? Okay. I'm loving Prince putting in this work, though. Man. So this guy has stealth, 9 stealth. He cannot be targeted, cannot be hit for those turns. And I'm going to waste some of those turns with Train Steward. 3 stealth turns, that's good. I will take that. All right. Another thing I can do is ping him off, put him down, and daze him. All right. Looks good to me. I would really like this card. I think if I don't see that, I am a little bit screwed. But at least all of the stealth is gone. That's good. There we go. Moved the red X from the left to the right. That's what we want to see. All right. Do we have any consume spells that we care about? We have this one. It's not bad. I think I'm better off just picking this, though. Tiresome Climb. And I don't care too much about those. I know that's draw, but I don't really have the energy to play it. All right, I kind of have one more opportunity to see what I'm looking for here at the steel shop. I also need some health. Endless is not what I'm looking for. Multi-strike is, there we go. So we get that multi-strike. We are going to put, so we don't have to, we can see the essence up here. So I get minus 15 attack, that's all right. Because we're also putting another multi-strike, which that will put him at 4. He gets to hit 4 times. Let's see what the cavern is. Okay, well, I'll just put that on him. So, I told you, units only have 2 spaces. This is one of the reasons that I was saying I was thinking I might regret not putting the quick on the Steel Singer. They only have 2 spaces for the shops. However, if you fill those spaces up, or if those spaces are filled up already, you can put a 3rd one or a 4th. I think getting up to 6 or 7, if all of the conditions are right, through events. And this is one of those things. This is one of the least impactful ones, but it is still a good one nonetheless. We've got some coins, and I am going to get rid of some of these guys. They were very helpful for that that boss that we just had, but we don't really need them. They're just dead draws. And so now removals are always going to be as expensive as they were when we left that. So one notable thing about flying bosses, a lot of times they go to where your units are, but if you have units on both floors, they will a lot of times alternate, which can help a lot when you don't like the effects that they have. I think this is my best bet, doing that. There we go. Yeah. All right, so if I incant, which means playing a spell, this will add +1 to these cards. I think I want these torches to be to be just 1, so I'm not going to play this rooted on anything that matters. I'm going to play it on this guy. It'll root him down. He's going to die. It doesn't matter. I play that because it gives me +1 draw for next turn. But I have to play it off that floor. So with the champions, sometimes they can actually be very helpful. Other times they are kind of useless. It really just depends on the run. So this little thing alternates between when you rally, you apply Dazed to all of your units, or the +1 incant. I'm going to take that guy out. And I think I'm going to save that Dazed card for later. So So now this is going to be +1 incant. Yep. I don't like that, but that is okay. Because actually I just need to play this down here. Now, I am going to boost the cost of these, but I think I kind of need the health, and I want those rejuvenate triggers. This flying boss has stealth, so I'm not able to attack him when he's on the floor, at least not just yet. It'll run out after this turn. And I am going to burn this because I'm tired of seeing it. And I want to give him a little bit more defense. He's actually doing some work for me. Now, if I pull... Actually, let's see where we are. 104? Is this the incant? Yes. So I want to play these in a certain order, I think. Actually, if you... I may not need to do anything. I may just want to keep doing regen. Yeah, I think so. And then I'll just ping off that guy. Because this guy can take these guys out, since he's got 4 hits. I thought about lifting him up and dazing him, but I don't think I needed to. Always love that. Unleash the Wildwood. Taking out that back unit allows him to hit one more time on the boss, which is nice. I think I just do that there. Inconsequential. I think we're doing good. Doing well. Whatever you want to say. All right. I am going to lift him up so he breaks that floor. And then do that and daze him again. And that allows Prince to put in a lot of work. And the little imps, but you know. So the daze, I would have liked that daze better with Steel Singer. But couldn't really do that. All right, this is very close. So right now I need 100 more damage. There we go. Woo! Look at that. 1 health off of dying. And Ruchu. Once again, inconsequential for multiple reasons. He is immune to that and just unable to do that. Ooh. 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 I think I just want another Unleash the Wildwood. I know this says regen on it, but it's not the best. And there's some ways to work around the copy part, but I don't really have those ways of doing that right now. I also don't have... Yeah, I'm not wanting to do that. I think I just do the Unleash the Wildwood. And I've got to take energy. I'm not able to play all the cards I want to play right now. All right. Man. I would really like to go to this magic shop. I think I have to go here, dupe the Steel Singer, who is looking good. Yeah, I think I just go here. Sure. Enemies get -1. I think that's good. So I'm never using this. Just never playing that. I wish this scroll wheel was not crazy. Okay. Oh, I need to look. 15. Oh, I'm gonna dupe my guy, which is gonna give me some shards. Yeah, I don't think this is gonna matter too much, but I'll take that. And I will dupe my guy. Like I said, it gives me 15 shards. I can go to 105 or 110. I think I like the idea of an artifact better. We could see that -2 unit to the unit cost. So I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to try to stay low on pack shards. I think we can handle this. 400 gold is a lot of gold. It's like 400 gold. Ooh, okay. I think I need to remove the welder helpers. Oh, wow. That is not good. So I need to put this guy here. I'm going to do that so he lives a little bit more. I need to remove the welder helpers because if I do draw this on turn 1, it's going to draw the welder helpers and not my other steel singer. I forgot about that. Now, I played the first one down there so that I wouldn't get the Ember Drain that I'm getting from playing this one. Because otherwise, I would not have been able to play him. I need to work on both of their health. It's going to be a little tricky. Or impossible. Huh. Okay. Whale? I may have to reset this battle. No, I need to just clear that wave. And okay, he's dying. I'm gonna leave him down there. Actually, oh no, I wouldn't. I wasn't able to do that. Never mind. Leave him down there. All right. Well, this isn't going super well, but it's not terrible. I'm really hoping to get so if I root this guy down here, he's just going to stay there and not be able to come up with the boss. So I'm going to do that, which actually doesn't really matter because I'm just going to send this guy up with some days. And just play those. Would really like Unleash the Wildwood. There we go. Okay, didn't even matter. Man. All right. Well, I only got one of them boosted up. I didn't get the other one. I think I do want another Inferno. Or another Tiresome Climb. One of those. I'll take the Tiresome Climb. And I would like... I don't know what I want. I would like all three of these. I think I want to be able to play my cards a little bit more. Alright, so now I want to go to this magic shop. So we also have this trinket shop. I have to take this. That is good. Apply rooted when they're on the top. That would be very helpful. I think I do want to remove these so that I can play the channel song if I can. If I'm presented with that ability, I would like that. Alright, so we have a double stack there. Really hoping for a holdover. Scourge, I don't think we need that. So let's re-roll this. Because the consume spell, I don't actually want to keep those. Oh, that's helpful. I'll take that. Okay. So now we're going to do... I always want to play these restores. And if I am playing them, I would like them to be a little stronger. Holdover, there we go. I'm trying to think, and that is a difficult thing for me to do. I think that's helpful enough. I think doing that is the right way to do it. Since I am going to be playing it every turn, I want to make it 0. Do that. Now, I think we have enough for 2 removals. Oh, no, we don't. Okay. Huh. Alright. I guess I'm just dumb. Alright. So we are at 110 out of 100. It's alright. Going to the Seraph fight. I'm not feeling great about this, but I'm also not feeling terrible. I'm going to play this guy up here. Just give him a little bit more opportunity down there. He can die if he does. Yep. And I'm going to drop him, or make him stay there for a minute. I don't know if that was the right play. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh well. Doesn't really change anything, so I'll do that. Hope I see my Unleash the Wildwood again. Or not again, but there we go. Let me see how this guy's doing. He's doing alright. Okay. Alright. And I may just be able to, depending on how the waves are doing, I may be able to just alternate the Unleash the Wildwood between my guys, depending on who needs it the most. I'll use it on him next turn. I'm going to raise him up. That way he has to take damage over there. And then I'm going to just in front of that floor. Yeah, I think the holdover on the Unleash the Wildwood was the correct pick here. I'm just going to play that on them because I kind of want the other two coming up. I don't want to stack the floors too much. If I play that, he gets another hit into that boss. How are y'all doing on attack? Actually, y'all are very close to each other. So since I have these two cards together and extra energy, I'm going to drop him down. Oh, that's not... I forgot that dropped him all the way down. That's fine. Giving him the extra days is all right. I forgot that dropped him all the way to the bottom. I was going to drop him a floor and then raise him up a floor, but whatever. I don't really care. Like I said, not really of any consequence. I got a little bit less damage on him, but I think I'm doing fine on this. Does he still have days? He does. So I'm going to raise him up so I don't have to worry about those two. Do you win? No, but you do very well. And for that, I am thankful. I'm actually going to let him die. I'm not going to worry about doing the ritual on him and hope maybe keeping him alive. Because I want him to get some more rejuvenate triggers. So I think this is actually best case scenario. I feel good about this right now. I'm not saying we have it in the bag, but I do feel good. Oh my. Does that kill us? It does, doesn't it? Okay. Well then. Well then. Huh. I wonder what I did wrong. Because I feel like this wins. Are you there to die? I don't care. One thing I did differently, I did the root thing on the boss instead of on that guy. Otherwise, playing this out very similarly. But I wonder if doing that days thing where I mixed up what the trap shoot does. If that made a significant difference, because that took off like 500 health that, or 400 or 500 that he was supposed to take there. I would like you to go up. guy out. I'm gonna save my energy. Now he has to go up to one of us, hopefully the top one. All right. $128. Okay, you deserve a little health. All right, so I'm gonna use this, which before he goes relentless, which is when he's, they're just going back and forth, and he's wiping out the floors. You can't send him up to the pyre. If he was in relentless, what I was just saying, that tiresome climb actually would send him to the pyre with 2 days, which sometimes is enough to kill him. Other times that is a death sentence. So, just something to keep an eye out for. Sometimes. I want to see where these are. The days doesn't really matter on him right now, because he's not attacking anyway. But it's more of just moving him around that I'm trying to do. I think I do want to send him up. Do that and get rid of that. Okay, I don't know how that compares to how much damage he did last time. So now, if I were to tiresome climb, we would have a bit of a problem. Wow, that actually did worse. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Huh. Very curious. I'm gonna not play Hornbreaker Prince right now. Because I can use the channel song and maybe make him a little stronger and be able to do something. I don't know what that something is, but I'm curious. I'm going to speed this up as well. So that does make him a more formidable opponent, but still dead on this turn. So, whatever. Maybe that changed something. Who knows? If I do that on him, that will Possibly give me one more strike. Trying to think, maybe any more rejuvenate triggers? Maybe I just do like this. Like, oh, that does not get anybody. There we go. Does 920. Oof. Okay, you're doing 151. You're doing 137. Okay. Oh, I do have the trap shoot still. There we go. There we go. Nailed it. First try, too. Okay. The main reason I did that, I want you to be able to see the final boss. Sorry. Alright, so final boss. He is a flying boss that is on all 3 floors. And he's a little different on each of the 3 floors. So, he does a multi-strike here. He does a sweep attack there, which is typically an issue, and then just a normal trample strike here. Trample is if you do, like, let's say 100 damage to this guy, it's going to knock him out for 75 damage and then do 25 damage to the next guy. Love that we got that on turn 1. I'm just going to knock them out. And he is just going to die there. Or not. Really? Okay. I think I just saved the energy. So because he's a flying boss that's always on the floors, he is easier in some ways to take out. As you can see, my guy is constantly getting to hit him. So I'm kind of focusing a lot of my healing and rejuve triggers on this one. so that I don't have to worry as much about, maybe I can just take him out very quickly. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think I'm just gonna use that on that one. See, I'm able to do several attacks each turn on this guy. And I can get another big attack out if I can get him gone, which I can. A lot of this fight is just surviving all of the waves. I'm going to leave him down here. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. You don't often get to do this, because it does damage to your own guy. But because I had the Unleash the Wildwood in hand, I was able to. But I'm going to leave him down there. That way, he just gets a full attack, a full wave of attack on the next round, which I think will kill, because I think he's at... Should see the red X. No? Oh, we are just about there. Oh, Lord. All right. I don't want the curses next turn. What? Oh! Okay, so floors can only have 7 units. This already had 6. So, or it already had 7. So, he has to stay down here. Alright, I would like both of my guys to live. If that is alright. It is getting a little spooky. So, just do that and we are good. Alright, so it does the top floor first in Relentless and then does the next one. Alright, so that is a quote-unquote victory. Not necessarily, since we had to reset several times. And kind of play with the RNG there. Perhaps. I don't know. Getting the trap shoot on that final turn was monumental. But anyway, that's a Monster Train. Normally goes a lot faster when I'm not talking through every little thing I'm doing. How long did that take? Okay. We had done that other run, so... yeah, how'd these guys end up? Okay, yeah, this was probably my top floor guy, in the Divinity. There's a few different ones that you can scale permanently like this that are really cool. Just put a bunch of multi-strike on them and then dupe them at the end, and they just do a lot of work. I know we had some trouble on that Seraph fight. I'm not really sure. I mean, he was just hitting really hard, and I guess we didn't have the scaling that we really needed to actually take him. But yeah, this was a very basic run. This didn't even get like wild or insane or anything. Obviously, you can do some crazy stuff, especially if you're messing with the imps that we ended up just throwing away. Didn't really get to do anything with them. I was hoping that there was a cavern event that would make this guy tiny, which means he only has one space on him, which means I can put 2 or 3 of them on the same floor and just use Unleash the Wild Wood to rejuvenate all of them. And then they're hitting 4 times each, 8 to 12 times. I mean, that just wrecks house. It's incredible. But we didn't get to see that. That is why I was going to a lot of the caverns, though. And it was just on good sides. But that is Monster Train. As I said in the beginning with the clan combos, there's 12 different guys. There's 2 for each clan. And then you can do the normal or exiled for each of them for the secondary. So I think I've come up with 120 combos with this, which is insane. And there's so many different runs. There's so many different things you can do as far as cards that are available. You have 41 for each clan, and then 20 colorless ones. That's kind of like the trap shoot we used, along with some others. And I mean, there's so much that we didn't even see in that clan, in the Awoken. We didn't get to use the Cultivate thing. We didn't use Sweep, which is a big thing with Awoken. Spikes can be very strong. Not too much, but not most of the time, I guess I should say, but it can be. We didn't even see a lot of the regen and healing cards. We saw probably the best one, the Unleash the Wildwood, but there was a lot of stuff getting to put quick on your unit through a book. Yeah, I mean, and we saw a rare unit. In fact, we saw 2 rare units. I'm glad this one is rare because I don't want to see him very often. He's terrible. He is awful. But yeah, there was a lot we didn't really get to play around with just that. And then with Hellhorned, he's got a lot with imps. We didn't really look at any of their units. This guy is insane. This guy is really good. But the imps can go just so hard. Put Endless on them, which means when they die, they just get put to the top of your deck. You can do some infinite combos with that. There's these imps as well that give some defense, do damage, give you more energy. And here's my favorite one that just takes all of the ones that have already been played and just does all of those again. We didn't really do anything with Rage. We had the Ritual Battle, but that was about it. You can get Rage to insane levels where you're hitting for thousands of damage per turn. Yeah, so, and that's just these 2 clans together. There's 4 others that we didn't even touch. So, yeah, hopefully this was insightful, helpful, whatever, entertaining. See me struggle through an easy game. Not easy. It is very tough. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot that I don't know. I think it's easier than Slay the Spire, but it's also I don't know if I can say deeper. It's wider. There's a lot more that you can do. But man, both of them are very deep. They've got so much going on in both of them, and they're both great games. I'm not trying to put down either one. If anybody's watching this thinking I'm hating on Slay the Spire, no. I've got 1,500 hours in that. I love that game, and just was finally able to play this after years of it being out, and have put, I think, close to 400 hours into this. So just really enjoying it, and would like for my friend to play it. So that's why I made this. So yeah. There's also, once you do those, they have expert challenges that you can do to add different modifiers and things to these, and you can do them going for a divine victory, which is what we did, killing the heart, killing divinity, or just doing it without doing that. If you don't collect the pack shards, if you get 95 out of 100, which is I think the lowest you can get, being under it, they're always in multiples of 5, then you just fight Seraph and then you're done. That's the game. So they've got those challenges, and you can just add mutators, add a bunch of custom stuff as well. So there's a lot you can do. I don't play with these too much, but there is a guy on YouTube that does, It's Tangelicious. It's Tangelicious is doing a bunch of modifier runs where he's just adding random ones together and seeing what the run is like, which is really fun to watch. But yeah, I will end it there. I feel like I'm rambling a little too much right now.